Hi everyone, welcome back to Rymerplans and welcome to my first ever budgeting video. So, a couple of things I want to preface this with. Firstly, just the kind of content of the videos. It is a like, it will have real numbers. I'm not going to go into my income, but I am going to share the real numbers of my spending. And I'm not doing budgeting as in like sinking funds, all that. This is real bare bones, just starting to get control of my life budgeting, i.e. basically I'm tracking my spending. So today I'm going to go through all my spending for January, and it is high. And then I'm going to set up February. It's the 3rd of February now, so I have done a couple of days already. The second thing I want to say kind of leads on from that, and that is that these budgeting videos are a judgment-free zone. So I am not going to go into my like history of spending and money issues and stuff, because to be honest, if you're the kind of person that is going to criticize me without knowing that, then you're not entitled to my story anyway. But if you're someone who struggles with a spending problem or something, maybe these videos can help, because the first step is just to track spending and basically just feeling more in control of your life. If you want to message me on Instagram, I'm Rymerplans on Instagram and we can chat. I'm honestly not very good at talking about money, just because I am not great at numbers. But I will do my best just to say totally relate. And yeah, the numbers are high for spending last month, but I have decided to choose to see it as a good thing. One, there was a few things that can't be helped. I'll go into it as I go through the video, but some life stuff came up and that just made us spend a bit more. But also I think this is my first month tracking spending. Like, of course it's going to be high, because otherwise how do I know where I can scale back? It means I'm going to have more chance of seeing real progress. So yeah, I have decided to forgive myself for whatever is in this spending, and that means that I don't need anyone to forgive me, because I forgive myself, which I don't need anyone's permission. I'm saying this because I have been warned that sharing spending tracking online does bring out a not very nice side of some people, and yeah, I'm not here for that. Like I said, judgment-free zone. Please feel free to share your own spending stories in the comments if you're struggling to. Maybe we can chat. Anyway, you don't need to hear me waffle. I'm going to put these aside for now. These are just to set up February, but to go into them before I start, this washi is from Stick with the Plan Co. This I think might be Paper Lobster, maybe Calligraphy. I think it's Paper Lobster. This one is from Colourful Co, and you can get 10% off if you use Sophie10, because I do PR for Colourful Co. And this one is from Simply Gilded. So let's pop these aside for now, and let's actually do what you came here to see, which is look at my spending. Okay, so on this front page, what I've done is each category of spending is color coded, and I've put what they mean here, and then I've put a weekly total in each one. My monthly total and my weekly total don't match up, because obviously there's not exactly 4 weeks in a month, but this is just like a quick snapshot. So obviously I spent a lot each week, and it was funny because week 1 I told my husband, like, or I said to him, guess how much we've spent, and he was like, and I said, like, it's been a low spend week, guess how much we spent, and he was like, maybe 70 quid. I was like, 168, and he went, that's a low spend week. Like, it just shows that we just had no grasp on how much we were spending, and that makes total sense as to why every month I was like struggling and didn't want to check my banking app every morning, because who knew what I would see. So to go through the categories and what was spent on each one, and I will be doing daily as well, but so pink is my fun money, and I spent 179.52, and that was me on a no spend. But in fairness, I have paid an installment for a hen party that I'm going to. Yeah, some of that was just stickers, I can't even justify that. James's fun money is purple, and that was 55.50. The business spent £257.66. I don't have a separate account for my business. It's not like, it's just a little Etsy shop. It's not, I don't have it like registered as a company or anything. I am what's the word, I do like the normal self-assessment just as like a self-employed person rather than as a company. I probably should look into that. Drop me a comment of the benefits of being like a proper company as opposed to just staying as a self-employed person with a shop, because I am curious, and every time I look into it I get distracted, honestly. I spent £213.30 on house, and I decided to include anything to do with the pets and the kids in that. So like Michael did some spending of his birthday money, but the way it works is because he buys stuff online and he gets given cash for Christmas, not birthday, he just gives me the cash and then I spend out of my account. We spent £25 on clothing, which is the yellow. I marked this originally as house, so actually there's no yellow stickers throughout the month, you'll notice, but as I was totaling it up at the end I decided, because it was for Giacomo, so it makes sense that it's a clothing expense. £226.15 on transport, that is our normal petrol, and I've paid for I'm going away to Liverpool at the end of February, so I've paid for that travel as well. £891.22 on food, which is the orangey yellow. I don't know if that's yellow or orange, I'm colourblind. And £28.27 on presents. So let's actually look at the day-to-day spending. So I didn't bother doing anything in December up until the 1st of January. Oh, and by the way, sorry, this is all over the place, but this doesn't include any of my direct debits. My direct debits come to, on average, between £800 and £900 a month. Then I also have my rent, which is between 800 to 1,000 a month, depending, because I pay weekly. Just to give you context. So on the 1st I paid for my Plannerface subscription, Patreon, which I've actually cancelled for this month. I no longer do Patreon because it seemed unnecessary. Michael, oh sorry, that was £14.80. Patreon was £4.80. Michael bought a game for £3.37. I did initially put Spotify in for £13.99 and then I went and added it to my direct debits list instead. And I bought some cat litter for £17.64. I buy like a big old bag. On the 2nd, we went to Tesco for £16.85. So this you will see all the time is okay, normally I meal plan for the whole month. And in January, the month started and I was struggling hard with like lack of motivation. I just felt really depressed and I didn't meal plan for any of January, which meant almost every single day of the month we went to the shop and spent anywhere between £15 and £50. And it meant we got a lot of takeaways. So whoops, January was a bad month. I've got a goal in mind and I want to cut it down by at least a quarter. I think it's pretty reasonable. Anyway, on the 2nd, I bought packaging for the business for £57.50. I bought all new range of like boxes and stuff. It was very exciting. And I bought some new stock for £82 and 2p. I am ready to ship, and instead of printing myself I now outsource it to printers, because when you buy in higher volume it's actually cheaper to do it and it means consistent quality. I paid for Hayu for £7.99. That's where I watch all my reality TV. I know this seems like such a frivolous waste of money, but I just love reality TV. I've actually moved that into direct debits for February though. And we bought command strips for £10. 3rd of January, I had a payment come out for Zilch, which was £4.43. It was a takeaway we'd got the month before, which is why it is yellow for food. James bought some new darts for £8.35 for his dartboard. On Tuesday, we bought wall clips for £5.50, and I'm so annoyed because we could have had a no spend day. We did have a no spend day on the Wednesday, the 5th. On the 6th, we paid for a robot, which is there's like a little delivery robots where I live. We spent £12.76, and we bought some Unstoppables for £8. On the 7th, we went to the theatre and we spent £10.90 on, honestly, one thing of popcorn and 4 bottles of water. That was £10.90, ridiculous. We spent £2 on the parking. We topped up our petrol for £30.11. We bought snacks from the shop for £11.85, and then James bought something to do with D&D for £4.18. On the Saturday, another Zilch payment came out for £8.43, and I spent another £14 on the robot. On the Sunday, the 9th, we bought groceries for £32.32. Michael bought another game with his Christmas money, and we bought a griddle on Amazon for £11.97, and we thought we got the bargain of the century, and then it arrived and it's this big. So it was meant to get sent back, but I don't think we ever did it, and we do have a bit of time left, so we will. But eventually that money will be coming back to me. So Monday the 10th, I spent £16.59 on posting things. I spent £1.62 on Etsy fees because I realised that on my clip art shop, stuff had been like auto-renewing, and I never log into that account, and I don't really make any sales on that account, so I didn't realise I owed £1.62. We spent £2.25 on potatoes. I spent £6 paying for Michael's gym session for Tuesday, £5.49 on treats for Missy, and £7.99 on new pillowcases. Tuesday the 11th, we spent £11.80 on a Costa. We have a coffee date every single Tuesday while Mikey's at gymnastics. £47.76 at Burger King, which sounds like a lot, but that's just how much it cost us for 4 of us, honestly. And £13 at Tesco. On Wednesday the 12th, Mikey bought some slime for £2.21. We went to Morrison's for £22.78. Went to One Stop, which is a corner shop, and spent £4.25, probably on Pepsi, and topped up the petrol again for £30.26. Just, that's like half to a quarter of a tank, probably. When we fill up, it costs £70, so this is just like topping up. Thursday, so James got really poorly actually, and we kept having to go in and like try new medicine after new medicine, and like nothing was working. So Thursday the 13th, he bought medicine for £13.99. A Amazon Prime payment came out for £4.99. I've moved that to direct debits for next month. And Morrison's £9.40. Friday the 14th, I spent £4.80 on postage for the shop. We spent £32.73 at Morrison's, £21.16 on the robot. So that's, see what I mean, like there's always like 2 trips out to the shops. And £6.16 on a Zilch payment for a previous takeaway. Saturday the 15th, bought more medicine for £3.49. Sunday the 16th, we spent £14 and 1p on a Costa, £8.46 on a robot, £31.19 on Zilch, and I spent £18.28 on toilet roll. On Monday the 17th, I spent £6 on Michael's gym. Pretty much every Monday I will spend £6 on the gym. And it's for the next day. We spent £22.64 at Morrison's. I posted 1 item, so that's £1.29. I spent £6 on some cards, which were for my shop, which was a business expense. and I spent £10. Oh, we took out cash, which was £10. I can't remember why at all. I've got no memory of that. I remember James did it. I do remember why, but I can't say in a video. It is related to children, which is why I can't say it. And I can't say because if Mikey did watch this, he would decipher it. But it's related to children, why we got cash out, and that's all I will say. On Tuesday the 18th, we spent £7.95 at Tesco, £11.50 at Costa on our date, £20.16 on petrol. On Tuesdays, if I'm working, I get to work a bit early because of gymnastics, so I tend to pick up a sandwich from the cafe downstairs at my work, so I spent £5.40 on my lunch. A Klarna payment came out for £17.11. I think that might have been stickers in November that I was still paying for, but this is just the reality of like when you don't have the money to buy things outright, it just spills over months and months. And yes, I know there is the option to not buy things, but if that was an option I wouldn't be in this situation. So Morrison's £11 and Mikey bought another game for £3.47. On Wednesday, I decided, or the 19th, I decided to do a big shop, thinking that we were spending too much on bits of food, and I wanted to do a big shop for the rest of the month, just to kind of stop us spending. But honestly, I bought it, and most of it's still sitting in the freezer, or got thrown away if it was in the fridge, because combination of we were both really depressed and just not motivated at all in January, and some stuff happened at the end of the month that I will get into. And I paid for medicine and lunch for £28.20. On Thursday the 20th, we put another £25.31 in the car and spent £23 at Morrison's. On Friday the 21st, I bought more stock for the shop, which was £52.80, and I spent £15.43 on postage for customers. And then I spent £18.32 on zilch, ordering us a Chinese. 22nd, the Saturday, I spent £13.37 on a zilch payment for stickers. See, this is what I mean, I'm just ridiculous. Like, if I can get it now and not pay full price now, I get it now. Robot, I spent £19.12. I bought myself a game called Journey Down for £7.65, and we spent £30 basically, £29.45 at Morrison's. So like that day alone is 30, 40, 50 pounds on food, when I only did a big shop then. It's just ridiculous. Sunday we had a no spend day. Monday the 24th, we spent £15.90 at Tesco, £2.70 on chocolate. Oh, I think the chocolate was, yeah, it was. I got it from the vending machine at work. And what's my words? Zilch. Spent £9.67 at Zilch for a chip shop. I spent £81 on flowers. I got 55 of that back, so when I did my total at the end for gifts, I minused 55 off of the cost. Giacomo, I spent £25, and the star there is just to say, actually I did this the wrong category, this should have been yellow for clothing. And Michael Jim for £6. Costa, we spent £11, and then £4.80 on my lunch when I got to work. We spent £30 and 1p on petrol, and then £19 and 30p at Morrison's. Back to Morrison's on Wednesday for £28.58. Thursday the 27th, I spent £10.45 on postage. I spent £2.27 on my percentage of a gift for someone, and I spent £43.23 on a chippy for us. And yeah, we had chippy, and then things get a little weird here. So Friday I spent £9.16 on postage, sending out orders. spent £6.16 on Zilch. That wasn't a new takeaway, that was an old one. I spent £29.50 on my bus to York to see Tilly at the end of Feb, and £23.10 on my return from Liverpool, because I'll be going to York to meet Tilly and then we'll drive together to Liverpool. I spent £50 on an instalment for a hen party, £59.09 on Domino's for the family, and £30.89 at Asda. Saturday, I spent £62.54 on stickers, £4.40 on treats for Missy, £11.75 on my PR pack from Colourful Co, and I bought new watch covers. These bad boys. This is dirty. Oh dear. New watch covers like these for £9.99. On Saturday the 29th, my son got taken to hospital because he couldn't breathe, and then they couldn't stabilise his breathing, so he ended up having to stay in on Saturday night, Sunday night and Monday night. So things go a little wild here. I didn't eat dinner on the Saturday night. On Sunday, James spent £9.20 on snacks for Michael. I got a takeaway that evening for £23.58. I did get some of that back because I have an awesome friend who sent me money for a takeaway and I felt excessive telling her the full amount. So I told her I spent £15 because that £15 is like reasonable for one person. I spent £48.95 on new luggage, which because I'll be going away at the end of the month and I didn't have anything suitable. It's actually more because I'm going away for like 4 or 5 days in May, and I needed something bigger than what I had. I spent £14.58 at Planner Phase. This was actually an add-on to this order because I forgot to upgrade to premium matte. I spent £4.40 on a taxi to the hospital, and we spent £10.60 on the parking at the hospital because I don't drive, James does. He was driving there. He would stay overnight with him and I would spend the days with him, and I had to get taxis and James had to pay for parking. So I'll just end the month. I have started February, obviously it's the 3rd today, but just to end January, we spent another £10.60 on parking. I spent £5.30 and then £4.80 on taxis to and from the hospital. There we go. Oh, I've done it wrong again. James spent £19.95 on some sleep headphones because apparently my snoring was just too much for him all of a sudden after 12 years together. I spent £32.72 on a pizza on Monday night on my own. I got like pizza, chips, pudding and Tango Ice Blast. We spent £9.80 at Morrison's, and then James bought a new case for his AirPods. So that is January. So if we jump back, you saw the totals of what I spent on each category. My week 1 total was £168.09. Week 2 was £330.66. Week 3 was £426.70, and week 4 was £637.83. Of this 900-ish of food, I reckon half and half is groceries and takeaway. So yeah, can definitely pull that right down. And I just want to reiterate, this is a judgment-free zone. So let's set up January. It'll just be super duper quick. Set up February, sorry. So we've got the first week of January. Oh, I need headers. So I need a pink header, Possibly, have I got like a rainbow header? Yes, I have rainbow headers. And then maybe a blue one. Blue, blue, blue. Maybe I could do this for something a bit fancy. Okay. So just trying to get these in the right order. Okay, so the Stick with Plan Co one is going in first. I'm not being super precise about this. If you want to see my inspiration for my budget videos, by the way, 100% it's Tilly of Tilly Journals. She's just like the best person I know with money, honestly. And well, she's the best person I know in general, but she's really good with money and budget stuff and really breaks stuff down, and she has massively helped me. Like, honestly, when I saw my spend for the last week of the month, I felt so upset, but once she kind of like showed me her budget, and even though she's so good with money, like our budgets aren't that different, and it made me just feel a bit more normal, and just stopped me freaking out quite as much. But yeah, her style for this is 100% is what inspired me and motivates me to keep going with it. So yeah, defo recommend. This sticker is from Your World of Colour, as is the 4th sticker I'll use, and I love them. I just love rainbows, as you know if you watch this channel. So 2 more of what makes you happy, unless it costs you a lot of money, I guess. No, it's not about not doing things when they cost you money. It is about being aware. For me, at least right now, being mindful of it is like the most important thing. 13th. So next one is this. I can't remember who did this sticker. I know it's obviously from a Big Meat kit, but I couldn't tell you. In fact, I think it was a freebie, but again, I couldn't tell you who from. I think I might have even got it in like one of those stashes where it's like I just have a massive box of stuff. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. I have tape stuck to my finger, it won't come off. So the reason with the income, I worded that sentence weird, but the reason I don't really go into my income, firstly, my income changes month to month because of overtime and stuff. Secondly, I don't know, I just feel like people judge you on your income more than they judge you on your spending, and maybe that's just my issue, I don't know. We're a single income family as well because we home educate, so like I do a lot of freelance work, and basically like this is just how I've kept us going, is like whenever we're short of money I just pick up work, and I'm really lucky that I have the ability to do that, and yeah, I just don't, it doesn't feel right now for me to share my income, and if it doesn't feel right I'm not going to force myself to do it. Sharing spending's fine. I checked with my husband because obviously it's the family spending, and I said like, are you okay with me sharing the numbers of what we spend online? And he was like, yeah. And then I looked at the total numbers and was like, am I okay with sharing these numbers online? But if it can help someone feel a bit more normal, and if we can work together to get our spending under control and just feel better, about our bank accounts, then why not? Funny thing is, my husband, James, he doesn't care if you guys know how much we spent, but he doesn't want to know himself. He just wants to know how stressed I am. And he's like, if you're pulling that face, then we spent too much. And yeah, we're just gonna work really hard, and we've decided February needs to be a low spend month, so let's see how we get on with that. Okay, so that is February set up. Let's jump back to the present time. I actually want to check, we put petrol in yesterday, but James forgot to note down the exact amount, and it was pay at pump, so it doesn't show you the amount straight away. So I just want to check if that's updated on my banking app. No. It's really weird, it just says £1 pay at pump. So I can't fill in how much we spent on petrol just yet, because and James says he thinks it was like 68 something, but yeah. And Big Shop's coming today, and that is it. That's my budget, or my spending tracking anyway, for February. This was such a different type of video for me, total change of pace. So let me know what you guys think, and if I should keep doing these, if they're helpful. Maybe they just make you feel better about your life because it's in control a little bit more than mine. Let me know, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.